Hi and welcome to the channel and this roleplay storytelling let's play of Crusader Kings. We are the King of Sweden, King Frey of House Korp, and in the last episode the king was thinking about settling some old scores with his neighboring Jarl here. This Jarl raided us in an early episode and now we might be in a strong position strong enough to get revenge for that and at the same time strengthening our own territory, our own power base here, because we are Sweden, we are allied and friends with Denmark, and the king's wife is the Jarl of this Jarldom here, Gulapingslög. So when our son Starkadr hopefully inherits the kingdom and this Jarldom, it would be good at least to have gained some control in Viken here as well, so that we can have a continuous lands in Norway here as well. So let's take a look at the situation. Our levies are not full, but they are recovering, I hope. What is our marshal doing? He is organizing our army, which should speed up the levy reinforcement rate. So Jarl Haraldr here, he is in a war that has newly started. He's defending against Jarl Ivar the Boneless in his conquest of Duchy of Lancaster, that's over in England. So here's Ivar the Boneless, he is attacking Mercia, who is allied to Viking. Looks like there are more allies involved, looks like Denmark and Jylland are involved as well. Our ally Sigurdur, he is on the opposing side, he's on the side of Suderøya, so he and this Jarl are already at war. And then there's Jylland, who's also on the side of Suderøya against Viking and Mercia. Well, I could take a look at numbers, but it looks like a war that is somewhat even with a lot of players. So let's the king, he is, like I am, a patient man. So he is he will keep an eye on the situation and see how it develops and make a decision to act when he thinks that the time is right. I'm sure that his son, who's coming of age, will soon be considered a man. He is impatient, so I'm sure that he is screaming, "Attack now, father, attack now, you have to go after him, now is the time," you know? That's him. The king is, no, we will bide our time and strike when the time is right. I haven't played this king as much of a conqueror or power grabber. He's he is doing what he needs to do to increase his hold of the kingdom and keep the vassals in line, but he's not the man that wants to go out and claim large swatches of land for himself. He's mostly he doesn't have the trade content, but I've been playing him a bit in that way, because I suppose that's me as well, you know. If you have something that is good, you've got a good court here, roaring fire, why not stay at home, you know? But anyway, that's enough about that. Let's see about what's happening with our events here. Nothing really of interest, I think. I've seen all those before. And what kind of decisions can we take? Maybe we should have ourselves a hunt while we are waiting. There could be some interesting events. Let's call a hunt. And keep an eye on how this war here in Mercia develops. And let our own levy reinforce. And then I wonder why Nerike here is under siege all the time. I think someone sieged it in a conflict. Oh, he is defending against. Oh, so it's a kind of a civil war in our realm. Vagn of Murder here is attacking for his claim on Öland, so he wants to grab some more local power. Well, let our vassals do as they please down there. And let's run the game. Creative direction, yeah, that's right. I am having my court poet Pyri here make a shield for us. So it can be a shield that will may gain a casualty modifier, one that will help us with raids, and one that will gain a night related modifier that will inspire my champions. What shall we choose? In the king's personality there's nothing to guide us to this, so I think I will go for I would like a raiding modifier. I think we are raiders after all. Hunt the foragers. The woods truly is a mantle of the poor, but as the wolf flees in panic from foraging peasants, I feel my patience wearing thin. Surely there must be better things to do in Warnamo, tribe of Warnamo. I'm laughing because I live in the same parts of Sweden as the king do, and nowadays there's a different spelling to this place, Varnamo, and it's called Värnamo. Warnamo sounds more fierce and medieval and Viking-like. I granted that, and maybe that's what it was called back then. Anyway, surely there must be better things to do in Varnamo than picking roots and mushrooms. Gods, drive the rabble out of my hunting grounds, which will give me prestige. The peasants will be unhappy for it. Or the generous king could pay them 15 gold to keep away, and the king is generous, and I have been playing him as kind of a benevolent and somewhat kind ruler, so we shall go for this. Returning from the wild, the hunt is drawn to an end. We mount our horses to leave the plains behind, as the servants prepare the wolf and other game for the journey back. Everything that could go wrong seemed to do so, but there were silver linings to be found. We return home in disappointment, but we gained some prestige. It struck me that if Harald of Viken here is allied to Mercia, then maybe we should find ourselves an ally over in England. And what about the Danelaw with King Siegfried Halfdan, son of House Hvitsörk. Looks like a decent ally, and it would be good for us to marry into the famous House Hvitsörk. Does he have any children? He has Tyra Sigfridsdotter. She's already married. But what about? She is an albino, Princess Malmfrid Sigfridsdotter. Do we have any children to marry to her? What about Svein here? He's best age. Oh, he will not accept. Oh, I have too many existing alliances. Yeah, I forgot about that one. You really should be... if you want alliances, you can't have too many, because then others won't ally you. So I think I made some alliances that are not really strong, just for... for instance, I'm allied to Gotland here, I believe. Yeah, I married my daughter to one of his sons. That's not a strong alliance, and we could have gotten a much better one, but now they won't let us have them because we already married off too many children for alliances. That's too bad, but I'm not gonna go around breaking up marriages, and for this purpose it wouldn't be in line with the roleplay and storytelling part of this Let's Play. So let's run the game. Oh yeah, I'm having all my children learning languages. Let's see if there are any others that could learn some languages. Looks like they're already studying to their heart's content. This war, we have to run the game again. This war hasn't even begun, it looks like. Inspiration, fellow connoisseur. It's about Pyri's shield making. My vassal, chieftain Sörkvir, accosts me. Well met, leech. I've heard tell of your patronage of Pyri the armourer. They say she is making a shield worthy of a king. Please take this and give it to her. I wouldn't want to miss the chance to aid in the creation of a masterpiece. Poor Sörkvir must have more money than he knows what to do with. So Sörkvir here is chief of Nerike. Wants to help. Can't take it for myself, or I can refuse, but no, how generous. Thank you, Sörkvir. Inspiration ended. She died before she could fulfill my dream. Now I'll never know what kind of masterpiece she could have created. What a tragedy. That's sad. I really wanted that shield. Oh, here. My daughter Audr. Yes, Audr is my second-born daughter, and when she was born, she was sickly. A couple of years later, she had fought through those difficult early years of childhood and emerged a healthy, quick and charming girl, and since then she has been the king's favorite daughter. He has always called her the apple of my eye, so he married her off matrilineal to this second-born son of the house Gute of Gotland, and now it looks like she's given birth to the king's first grandchild. That's happy news. joyful news. And since the king's favorite daughter, has given birth to his first grandchild, it should be named after the king. May you grow to be strong and wise. It looks like... oh yeah, that's right, my learning lifestyle. I kinda lost interest in this tree because I've already filled up those 2 trees here, and this one is the theological tree, which is definitely a good tree for many things, but the king is a cynical man, so maybe we should switch to something else. Yeah, maybe we should go martial. Yeah, let's go martial. He's old, so we won't be able to get many perks from that tree before he passes, I believe. But so there's been a few battles here, but it looks like this far that Jarl Haraldr's side is winning. Oh, my son learned Brittonic from this concubine, who was also she's the second wife of the King of Brittany that we took as concubine. My spies have informed me about a hunter causing a ruckus. Yeah, it's the map event. A wanderer comes to tell us that someone is drawing maps of our surroundings, which could be bad news. Who knows? Maybe we should go for a raid instead, while we are waiting for the wars here to... Yeah, I'm trying to sway my neighbor Chieftain of Gotland, because if he thinks better of us, he might agree to become our vassal. So I could praise him for his clear rationality, or keep it short and professional. He is forgiving, calm, and arbitrary. I don't know if he will be flattered by me praising his clear rationality, or if he will think, what is he on about? But let's try it. In the name of the divine, this is an event with one of our sons. Following the death sentence. Oh, it's here if he... And when my... Oh, he's wondering about the law, and we can make him cynical, or just, or temperate. Well, the king, as a cynical man himself, is going with this option. Yeah. Stein here liked my last letter to him. Let's see if that made him... Yeah, he can come into the fold and become part of my kingdom. That is good. And I wonder if that increases our chances to get a marriage here. No. Still too many existing alliances. I was hoping that maybe if our ally was already in our realm that it wouldn't count, but looks like it does, and why shouldn't it? Another son learned to speak Duil Vulgar. is good. Bastard born. My lover Unur has given birth to a daughter, and we both know that I am her father. Thankfully, Unur has kept quiet about me, and no one else knows the truth, at least for now. So Unur is my lover, and she's the wife of Aki of Bebbanburg. Aki here was, for a long time, the king's best commander and personal champion, but in a recent episode he stepped forward in court and demanded some land as a reward for his services, and while the king thought that he deserved a reward, he also thought that he was asking too much, and we didn't have any lands to give him, so he's no longer our personal champion, and we are now kind of developing a rivalry towards him, and I'm sure that the king making his wife pregnant will not improve things, but let's keep quiet of this about this for now. Aki can raise our children as his own. Starkadr coming of age. Oh, this is my son and heir. It looks like he did well with his education. He became a charismatic negotiator. That's a good education trait. They grew up fast. Betrothed can marry. It is my son and the Princess Aslaug Sigurdsdottir of Denmark. Yeah, let's get them married. And how is this war going here? It still looks like they are winning. I can't see what's happening over here, but another daughter learned Britannic. Oh no, he's lost now. So the war is over. Where does that leave us? But we have allies of our own. Yeah, but his forces have been taking a beating in this war. So it doesn't look like now is the time to go for Viking here. That's a bit of a disappointment. Well, not much of an action-filled, eventful episode, but we got to see our son come of age, and we will continue to keep an eye on what's happening here, and maybe look for some other conquests that we can do instead, because the king and I don't want to be in a war that will drain our resources too much. So for now, let's end the episode here, and I hope to see you in the next one, where I will have taken a closer look at the conquests that may be available for us. Thank you and goodbye.